Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Just wanted to do a quick kind of end-to video really on the Delores Flofflebotham series. The last episode was kind of interesting to obviously finish the series, but I wanted to show you what would have happened had I upgraded to the V2 map midway through the playthrough. As you can see straight away, ground textures are a little bit different. That could be because I've upgraded a map midway through a save, which you're not really supposed to do. But obviously a lot of these ground textures have changed. The hedges are a lot different. They're not just the bushy things that they used to be. They are actually proper hedges now. Pretty nice. Few trees still there. So yeah, I definitely think some of the textures are a little bit messed up between saves. Transferring the new map to the old save data to the new map. Don't think you should really do that, which is why I didn't do it during the series, because it just doesn't look right. If I show you some of the other textures, look, they've got floating trees, look, because obviously some of the trees have kind of reappeared as well. That happens. You've got these little fake tree things which aren't real trees, which do kind of annoy me. But all my pens and placeables are still 100% correct. It's just that obviously certain things have changed. Doesn't look like we're using the V2 version of the map that I made, because certain things are not right. Because obviously in the edit of the map that I made, I changed the rotation on that shed, made it, you know, 90 degrees, so it opens out here onto this field. It run down to the shop, which has changed a little bit. Yeah, ignore the ground text. See, this is why you don't upgrade a map during a playthrough. You have to start a new save if you update a map, because it does break everything. There's a new little decoration item here at the barn, and obviously the new fuel pumps that they talked about previously, and the sign. Yeah, this definitely isn't the edited version of the map that I made, because I took that sign and put it over here just before you got to the bridge, which there is now a bridge. That wasn't in the version 1 map that I've just been played on, because of course they had the piles of wood. Instead, they've added a few more decorations around the town, a few more parked cars here and there, carriages and stuff. Nothing really else has changed on the map, nothing around here. Go down to the farm that's down here. I think there's been anything really changed, although we didn't really visit this area much. Obviously, if you start the game up in farm manager mode or start from scratch, you can buy this area and use this area as your farm. There's no fields in this area, but plenty of grass, or you can make your own fields. Obviously remove a few trees and you've got access to doing such things. run. It's just the garage down here. Ford sales and servicing, with of course the new Texaco fuel pumps they put in. Fuel 14 down here. This farm over here, again, not really changed, although, like I say, the textures are a bit gimped out and a bit glitched out because of how I updated, just basically copied the new map version over the old one, which you should, and then reloaded my old save, the Delores Flofflebotham save, which you should never do. If an author updates a map, you should always start a new save. But yeah, I just wanted you guys to see what V2 would have looked like, but it's not really a true representation because of the texture issues. You never know, we may come back and do a let's play another series on this map at some point in time. I'll wait and see if there's a V3 version of the map or something else that comes out on this map. Certain things have changed. Obviously that building's reappeared since I reloaded this save. Not sure quite why, unless they've changed the reference names and numbers. And the cars reappeared. Although I don't mind that so much, actually. I think that doesn't actually look too bad with the sell point there and the other changes I made around the farm. There's some more of these fake tree hedge things. But yeah, apart from that, it's quite nice. Farm dog's still here somewhere, no doubt. There he is. But yeah, this would have been the V2 map, and it's a shame it doesn't have the correct texture details around it. I'll tell you what I'll do. At least the pig food looks like pig food again in the silos. Those textures work all right. And I do believe if I can find an area that needs it doing, I could probably use this area here actually, where the textures are a bit naff. If I go into the landscaping tool, go to painting, choose the grass, we get growing grass. Or we should get growing grass. We do get growing grass, look. So at least that is compatible with 1.3. But what I'll do is I'll boot up an actual save with the V2 version, and this one. Won't bother with my mod selection choices. I'll just fire this in here.
Welcome, partner. Your grandpa.
Okay, so here we are in game. As you can see, with V2 installed and a save created on V2, we get the proper texture. So we've got the gravel, got the proper road. The hedges are, well, back to being bushes, but I actually did kind of like the other hedges. I'll be the first to admit, I did kind of like the hedges in the Delores save. I thought that was quite unique looking. So obviously on this save I've been playing around already. Because I was having a look at V2. So this is a huge field I've made down here. Like I say, this is on the slightly edited version of the map. So I've already sold off the pig pen. And obviously I've got the shed here rotated. Right, I've got the I removed some of the poles and just left the one fixed collision pole there, because I didn't see a reason why there would need to be power running all the way out there when there was nothing out there. Quick run down to the store. As you can see, the textures are all back properly. Texaco's where it should be. The farm sign I have pushed back. I didn't push it back as far as I was going to. I was going to put it over here. So I perhaps need to have another look at that. But I've basically gone down here, and I've also been round on this plate using the logging trailer to see how logging would be effective on this map to remove some trees rather than using the brooks. And again, I've extended field. Well, I extended 9 and 4. I haven't yet merged them with field 1. But I did take out, obviously, all the trees that were over there. We don't obviously get a nice bridge here. If I run up here quick, this area's not really had any changes. Again, I've just been round with the with a Scorpion King, removing a lot of the trees from this area, because obviously what I plan to do is grass that field. That was the plan, grass that field, and then I can use this field for making cows and stuff. As I say, there's no changes to this area around here, although there is new textures in the sheds for the floors. And we've got the, obviously, the fields down here. Field 13, built on a hillside. Field 14. Let's go back to our farm though. The old family farm. Getting a couple of signs placed to let everyone know it's the old family farm. Thanks to G&G Modding, obviously, for doing all these old family farm mods and branding. Obviously in V2, the V2 version of the map, the starting silo is changed and it's become this thing. So you fill your trailers up from here, and you empty the trailers here into this thing. That's your silo. The actual silage or chaff silo is different. This is how it actually looks in game. They've got actually removed the concrete bunker, so you just basically tip your grass and chaff and stuff onto this painted tarmacy texture here, concrete texture here, and then you can just compact it and blanket it. There's no actual silo walls now, which I think kind of neat. When you load up the game, you have a shed. You get a shed over here. I've already sold it off. Basically, it was a wooden shed with lights in it, I think. If I go into the decorations menu, it's probably actually in here as a placeable. It might not be in decorations. It might, of course, be under sheds. It probably is under sheds. When was it? I think it was that one, the old family shed. It was one of those, and I kind of, like I say, I sell it off at the start to be able to extend and expand this field. And obviously I've put a road in here running all the way around to the field 8 area, and basically this was the map I used as my my test map to do things. Obviously I've got different tractors. I've got 2 class harvesters here, Deutsch Fahr, little manure spreader, got the piggies, which are meant to be different colours this time. I've got a couple of each in that pen. Got the sheep in here. Did have 2 pens of piggies to obviously get more slurry and manure, because obviously in Delores' save I only had the 1 shed of pigs, and you're kind of limited to 100 pigs then because of that. Another Deutsch Fahr. See, I'm going with different tractors on this play. This is purely for me playing around off camera. Different hayloft lot, more in keeping and in tune with the rest of the buildings on the farm, like this hayloft. And again, it's got animated doors and stuff, so you can close all the doors. You can come and park in here, put your loading wagon in there, and then obviously you drive through here to fill up when you need to fill up, and you dump there when you're unloading it. But yeah, this is the V2 map. Quite a few little changes, like I say, on this map. Got the chickens in, obviously. There's extra hedging and stuff, because obviously when you start the map up, they have free range chickens on this map. With all the with like I think the eggs spawn in here. They use this shed, and then you've got your like your feed trough and stuff down here, and basically the chickens just roam around all over the yard. Then I wasn't a big fan of that. I thought, you know, some maps free range chickens work quite well. This map, because you're going to be driving around this area a lot, I didn't like the idea of chickens running around. It would have been a bit immersion breaking, because you're constantly going to be driving over them with tractors. So I took them out for that very reason. But yeah, this is the V2 version of the old family farm. And ideally, if this version had been out when I was starting the Delores Flofflebotham story, I would have done her playthrough on this map. But this map came out after I'd started my old family farm series, and as you saw earlier in the video, if you update the map midway through a playthrough, it completely messes up all the textures and everything.
Welcome, partner.
Got the horses over here. Same. So this was my inspiration. Basically, I laid everything out on here. I used this as my test bed. Basically, I came in here and used all these modding welt buildings, put them on this map to see how they looked and how they worked and interacted with the world, and then I decided to put them into the Delores series. So that, yeah, this was my like test off-camera like test facility. With obviously a few noticeable little differences in some of the buildings. But yeah, V2 farm, very nice. I'll probably might start a series on another GNG modding map. I might do a series on the Jones Dairy Farm. I know I've done a few streams on that map. It is obviously a much bigger map than this. It's a full-size, full-blown map. It's got some massive, massive fields. But yeah, I may do that, because that's like a Midwestern style American map again. And again, these types of buildings from Modding Welt, Bernie SES will fit in very well on those on that map. Although I probably wouldn't use the chicken coops because of the egg pallet issue, where the egg pallets don't spawn. You only spawn one pallet per coop, which is a bit restrictive, a bit limiting. Unless I could make up the whatchamacallit, fill amount so that the pallets actually hold more before they get full, to emulate or simulate the fact that you don't get 4 pallets spawning. That would be one way to work around it and keep those buildings. I really don't want to turn off the pallet replacement mods because I don't want to go back to little egg boxes. Heating plant in, of course, on this map I haven't built up the terrain around it, so no doubt if I tried to tip anything in there I would be unsuccessful. Anyway, I just wanted to show you what the V2 map was like. I mentioned it a couple of times in the last few videos in the Delores series, and I just wanted to show you some of the changes that they made between the map versions. And it's a shame, as I say, I couldn't do it, couldn't switch to it mid-save, because it would have just caused too many issues with textures and stuff like that. But the good thing about this one should allow me to paint proper textures. Yeah, look at that, look, we get the proper grass, look. Paint that in. No more having to mess around with that wild grass mod, doing the wild grass seeding. You just paint the grass on this back onto the map with this mod, with this version. There you go, horses. Anyway, that was my look at the Old Family Farm V2, just as a closing video. I didn't want to end the series with 37 episodes in an odd number. We'll end it on an even number. So, Delores Flofflebotham and the Old Family Farm is finished. And I will be continuing with the Fenton Forest series going forward. I may start another series on another map, or I may just keep running with the one series for now. And as I say, try to add a bit more diversity of content to the channel. So thank you for watching the video, everybody, and I'll see you all again very soon. Goodbye for now.